Hey guys, what's up? How are you? I am Rachel and I'm the proud founder of Siopa Seize Your Passion, and I do these weekly live streams from our Facebook group Seize Your Passion every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time as a way for me to share with you my message for the week, my voice for the week, which is really all about my growth for the week, the lessons I've learned on my journey to seize my passion, which means realize all your dreams and become your best self, which, you know, I think whether we're consciously aware of it or not, whether we admit it to ourselves or to others or not, that is what most of us, if not all of us, and by us I mean human beings and people who are alive, want out of this life that we're living, right? Is to live the best life that we can live, to become our best versions of ourselves that we can become, to have a successful life, whatever success means to you, to realize our dreams, to fulfill our potential, right? Who doesn't actually want that? Who wakes up and says, I really want my life to suck today, or to get worse today, or not to get any better, right? So this week, my lesson is really, hey Dana, how are you? So glad to see you. I can't see comments, so I'll comment after. So if you're saying hi back, yay. So this week I want to talk about a really, really key lesson for me, and I think for a lot of us that isn't talked about enough, I think, in life in general, and certainly in the context of realizing your dreams, achieving your goals, and becoming your best self, right? And that is the key virtue and trait of having patience. Okay, so ironically, this is a trait of mine, or lack thereof, that I've, it's taken me, and it is taking me the most amount of time to sort of cultivate and nurture and hone that trait of mine, which, the irony there obviously is it takes time. And I think there's a reason for that, I don't think that's coincidental. But here's the thing, most of us are wired for instant gratification. It's how we're built from the minute we come out of the womb, right? Think of a toddler or a 4-year-old. What are those temper tantrums that, that stage in life manifests? It's that not being able to endure and not being able to tolerate things that are hard or that don't go according to the way you want them when you want them, right? What is that instant gratification that we're all wired for? It's wanting what you want and wanting it now, right? I know that I definitely historically have always been someone who thrives or is pulled towards that instant gratification, and I think most of us are, right? It's that immediate pleasure or fulfillment. Now, the fact that we live in the age that we do today, with on-demand everything, exacerbates that inherent trait that we all have of wanting that instant gratification, of wanting what we want and wanting it now. But here's the thing, what I've always known, but what I've sort of this week really thought about deeply and reflected on, and that's my lesson this week, right? And that's this message that I'm sharing with you this week, is that anything of real value, of real meaning, of real significance takes time. It takes time, plain and simple. And, the instant gratification is based on wanting small rewards short term versus hanging in there and keeping your eye on the ball, so to speak, for that larger reward long term. But again, and I'll say it again because it's really so important to keep in mind and to remember and to remind ourselves, and I'm saying this to you as much as I'm saying it to myself, right, is that first of all, most things, especially, again, anything of significance or anything that has real value to it, longevity to it, meaning, anything that has a real impact, a lasting impact, which when you're talking in the realm of, achieving your goals and creating something of value, right? Realizing your dreams, or achieving that success that you're looking for, in whatever realm, right? Whether it's in your relationships, by the way, and having patience, and the notion of not having instant gratification and having patience works just as well in life in general, in our relationships and our personal goals, health and fitness, right? Endurance, strength, endurance. What is that about? That is consistency over time, And I've always prided myself on having certain traits, such as traits that are related to what is talked about a lot in the realm of achieving your goals and realizing your dreams and becoming successful, right? Traits like perseverance and consistency and determination and grit and passion, right? But all those traits, a key component for lasting impact, for something that has meaning and value long term, and not just the instant gratification, small reward today and now, they have that component of being patient. And again, anything of real lasting value and impact and meaning, usually, first of all, it takes more time than you think. Things take longer than we think they should, or than we want them to be, because of that instant gratification wiring that we all have in us. And again, for it to have the lasting value and impact and the longevity and the real meaning and the real substance to it, for it to be rich and deep and meaningful, which is true fulfillment, not just instant gratification, pleasure and fulfillment, it takes time, plain and simple. And the virtue and the trait of patience is being able to consistently step forward and continue to move forward and endure through those hard times, through the delays, despite the fact that it takes longer than you want it to, or longer than you think it should, or longer than you planned it to, right? So I'm gonna go here now. It's the trait of knowing how to keep going when the going gets hard or the going gets slow, right? And I came across this quote by Warren Buffett, actually, that I really liked. I think it's really funny and poignant and obviously relevant. So Warren Buffett, right, an icon of success for many, many people, said that no matter how great the talent or efforts, some things just take time. And to highlight that, I love this, he said, you cannot produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant, right? So think about the life you're creating for yourself, or the life that you've created thus far. The things that really have meaning and impact, right? The things that are the most important to you. Patience is a virtue. It seems that we've exchanged it for the benefits of technology. Well, I think technology, thanks Dana, I think technology, sometimes I see the comments, sometimes I don't during the live stream, and I love that I can see them now. I think technology, today, the rapid movement and change of technology, again, there's always the flip side to every coin, right? There's so many benefits to technology today, and getting things on demand, and that satisfying that instant gratification in certain areas, but it exacerbates that yearning that we have, that wiring that we have in us for instant gratification, right? I want what I want, and I want it now. But again, when it comes to the things of real meaning and fulfillment, and when we're talking about the big picture stuff, like realizing your dreams, becoming your best self, creating a successful life of your dreams, right? And what is that? What are the most meaningful things in life, right? It's our relationships, it's our family, it's our friends. What does it come down to at the end? And of course, fulfilling our own potential. So that in the box of your career or your passion projects, whatever that means to you, right? Those things take time. And understanding that it's up to you to endure through the difficult times, not only the difficult times and the challenges, and persevere, but to continue to consistently take a step forward every day, even if it's not going at the pace you want it to, and even if it's going slower than you would like it to, or than you thought it would, right? So to bring up another quote, and I love that quote by Warren Buffett too. Thanks, Dana. You know, it's more of an adage today, right? It was, I forget it was an English author, I think, that actually first said it, but it's become a well-known adage that Rome was not built in a day, right? What does that mean? What does that adage that's become a cliche mean? It means that things of great value, things of great impact, things that have great meaning and lasting success take time to build, right? But here's the flip side of that coin, or something else to think about and not to forget when it comes to, you know, cultivating your own patience and developing that amazing virtue and that key attribute in having persistence and perseverance and consistency and determination and grit. Because without the patience, you're either gonna, you know, burn out, brown out, you know, crash and burn, or you're just gonna stop, right? So the flip side to that Rome was not built in a day is that they still laid a brick every single day, right? And that brings us back to another cliche that we've all heard before, which is every day, one step at a time, a little bit better every day, and take a move forward. So having patience is not just sitting back and not doing nothing and not continuing to be consistent and persistent and persevere. It's continuing to move forward one step at a time, every single day, at whatever pace you can accomplish, right? And I think a big part of what's also hindering our cultivating our own patience is this, you know, putting this notion of productivity on a pedestal that is put out there so much, right? Everyone talks about be productive and how to be the most productive, but what is real productivity? It's not just running and going and doing and being the first to the end zone, right? It's actually creating the most output with the minimum amount of input required, right? Did I say that right? I think I said that right. And how do you do that efficiently? It's not by just, you know, sitting back and saying, oh, it'll happen when it happens and not do anything. It's putting in that input. It's consistently doing it day after day, the compound effect, right? I've talked about that before too. So, you know, what I realized for myself this week is that while, yes, I am proud to say that some of my strengths have to do with having grit and determination and perseverance and persistence and consistency and follow through and passion, those traits won't get me anywhere if I don't truly cultivate the component of patience, which lies within each and every one of those traits. And again, the irony is that I've realized that having patience is something that I've been working on for a long time, and I've grown and I've gotten better, but I need to continue to cultivate that virtue and be mindful of it and remind myself of that. And hopefully, you know, my sharing that message with you guys helps you do the same and think about it in a new way. Yeah. So I'm just looking at my cheat sheet notes. Yeah, it's really just to remember to keep going when the going is hard and it's slow, and that most things take longer than we think they should take or want them to take, and that true success, and again, you define your own success, but whatever that box is for you, true success, which is having longevity and having true meaning and impact in a lasting way, takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, you know? That's it. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Dana. I lost connection for a second, but hopefully you guys got some value out of this, and have an amazing weekend. Seize your passion. One step, lay each brick every day, but be patient. Be patient with yourself and be patient with your dreams. That's my message this week. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.